Hello.
Good evening.
Evening it is. Something new, something we don't do. But
No, we
tonight,
don't do this. I mean, it feels like it's 3 o'clock in the morning, and it's only what time is it? 7:30?
7:40, 7:40.
7:40. Oh my God, it's past my
Yeah.
bedtime already. God,
This is the December weather. This
it
is the
is.
time change. This is the holidays. It's a little bit of everything.
It's everything. It's everything. But we're here. It's good to be here. Everything and nothing. Welcome
Yes.
everyone. The
Welcome.
thousands.
Arby, that's Christopher. We're back. We're
We're
here.
we're back. I have to say, I love the Christmas tree in the back of your head. Um, that looks lovely.
Thank you.
That's beautiful.
Thank you.
Wow.
Yeah, my little tree, nothing fancy schmancy, but it's my favorite color too. So it's red
Yeah. Gorgeous.
and it hits the spot. I had some other decorations throughout the house, but it's making me feel festive. And this
Yeah.
is, as from year to year, this is what happens to me especially. And this is another reason why, the podcast and talking about everything and nothing is important. It's the time of year where everybody gathers and everybody goes crazy shopping and I have Christmas music playing and people love to bake and people love to cook and families get together and friends get together. It's not like it was years ago, but for the most part, people try to keep it as um happy and bright as possible. Not everybody feels that way. I get depressed usually around this time of year. I get emotional from day to day, but I still remember the fun times that Christmas is. It is about the children. Uh,
What? No, sorry.
it is. It's
I
about
think
the
better say
children.
that.
And
Um,
I had just posted something earlier today on my actually Facebook, my personal Facebook page. It's a beautiful picture of Christmas tree with like billions of presents underneath. And I was like, this is the 80s and 90s. And this is how the families were. And no matter how bad things were, the parents always managed to start early and hide everything. So none of us could see the gifts. And
right.
when it came close to Christmas, we really, like somebody put up, which was a good way of putting it. No matter how bad of times there were, our parents made it the richest time of year for us.
Yeah. Yeah.
We had everything we really wanted. I mean, for the most part, and it was a great time. Today, everybody has different traditions, and the younger generation, it is what it is. They make their new memories, they make their own traditions, but there was nothing like years ago.
It's funny. As soon as you said that, I mean, joking aside, but um, and for me, Christmas was primarily in the '60s,
Hmm.
um, as a kid. But my grandmother, my Italian grandmother, my nana, she grew up poor, and when I would ask her, what was Christmas like? For you as a child, Nana, because she always said the happiest times of her entire life, and she lived to be 80, God rest her
Hmm.
soul. Um, she said where it was when she was a child.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking, well, she was really poor. I mean, large Italian family. She was the second youngest of, I don't know, six
Mm,
that lived.
right.
You got to put that in there. Um, Her parents were from Italy. They came over to Ellis Island, all that. She was poor. Didn't even finish grammar school, you know. And I'll never forget. She said, "I said, what did you get for Christmas? What kind of gifts did you get?"
Mm.
And I'll never forget this. She said, "Excuse me." She said, "I got a stocking." I get emotional when I think about this. It had fruit in it with pennies, some pennies.
Mm. Mm.
And as a kid, I was like, well, that sucked.
Yeah.
In my own, childhood brain, that was terrible.
Right.
Boy, did you get ripped off. But
But it made her happy.
she took exactly. She talked about it like it was heaven,
Yeah.
because they always had plenty of food, though they didn't have much in terms of
Right.
material, but they ate. They ate well.
They didn't look for those material things
Yeah,
back then. They didn't. Yeah, they might have wanted, especially as a child, looking into a storefront and
yeah.
seeing a new doll or seeing a new train for a boy. Yes, the kids wanted, but they played. They 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 didn't complain really. They didn't.
They sometimes they didn't even know enough. They knew what they had, you
Right.
know, and they made the best of it. And so this always takes me back,
Yeah.
to some things like that. And and I know this is a very, very emotionally charged time
Mm.
for many people, for so many reasons, and especially when people are grieving, lost loved ones. There are no words. What can you say? We could
Mm.
spend hours and hours talking about this.
As you get older, you start feeling more emotional with holidays because so much has happened around them. So much lost through the years, even from when you're young. And as you get older, like it gets harder. It does. Sometimes it gets harder. But
I think it does because, especially, feeling, you know, like, I'll speak for myself, feeling, my mortality more, and just being older, and thinking more about health and things I never even gave a second thought to,
no,
when I was in my 20s,
no.
for example. But now, um, what I try to take for granted, and in terms of, memories and creating, better memories. And I think of the Christmases that have gone by, and so many are just a blur for me. I never really had a large family. I don't have any siblings.
Mm.
I killed them all at a young age. Um, but
Great thing to say, even though you're joking on, a live podcast. That's
there was more
yeah.
toys left for me. Come on.
Yeah.
But
Right. He's only joking, people. So
listen, can you picture me with brothers and sisters? Come on, me, myself, and I. Me,
no,
me.
you being selfish, no.
There we go.
But then again, who knows how you would have been growing up if you had brothers and sisters? Would you have still been selfish?
Absolutely.
You don't know that. You
Yeah.
can't say absolutely because you want to be selfish. But you can't say that. You don't know.
Oh, I can say that. No, yeah.
No, you don't know how you would be if you had other siblings, actually.
I see your
No.
point. I see your point.
You'd be raised differently because there'd be so many others that,
Yeah,
whether they
I
were
honestly, I
younger.
wouldn't kill them. I probably just would torture them slowly. Um,
Oh, you're an asshole right now because you just keep digging a bigger hole for yourself. Instead of just like, not even, I'm actually apologizing for you, and I should just let you think.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah.
But
He
yeah,
is an
um,
asshole. So just to let you all know.
yeah,
Anyway, but
well,
like you could sit here, we could discuss this all night. I have millions of topics on the holidays, but my point is like I just not my point. I feel like we just passed Thanksgiving. We just had Halloween, which is a great time for kids too. Little hectic for people, but even that's a holiday that I miss making the little bags of candy, twisting them the night before, sitting around. And as a kid, I would be sitting around with my mom and we'd be piling out all the candy and making sure there was enough and putting them in a big bowl and or a cauldron and just handing out. They don't do that no more. So that's another holiday that I miss because all the kids tend to go to the business area. It's just not the same. And I really don't have to buy candy because nobody comes to the houses
well,
anymore.
it's funny, and just to pick up on what you just said, Barbie. It has changed a lot. I remember when I was a kid, we used to go out, all night with pillowcases filled with candy. We would make several rounds, fill one pillowcase full, switch a different mask on and go back out, you know.
Yeah.
But and it has changed a lot. I know a lot of Halloween traditions have faded out. A lot of Halloween uh, gatherings for kids are more planned. You know, it's more you're going to a party. But here's the flip side, where my sister-in-law lives, who you know, in the house actually where I grew up in. She lives there. She, and she's a huge like you know, it was a huge Halloween person. She gave out candy. She tells me over 500 kids. So that's like in a way, it's like what I grew up with. Yet
Yeah.
it's so unusual to see that. And so, you know, she
Mhm.
was giving out candy, you know, 9 o'clock in the morning. No, and it didn't stop until, you know,
Yeah.
11 at night.
That's nice. That's what we want.
Yeah, yeah. And she
That's
made
what
this,
we miss. Certain
made this,
areas have it, certain areas just don't anymore.
they don't, they don't. And she made an interesting observation. She was giving out these, I think I told you, these uh, things that lit up.
Yeah.
I forget what the hell they were. What were they? I told you. I forgot.
The sticks, the
That's it.
lights.
Thank you. Yeah. And later on that night, she remembered. She said she looked out in the front of the picture window in the front of the house, and she saw the whole neighborhood
That's
lit
great.
up with all the
That's
lights,
awesome.
and it was what you know, she gave all the kids. You know. And,
That's a great feeling. That's the old school way of,
right. Yeah.
and those people in your old neighborhood where she lives now,
Yeah.
that's nice. That's
Yeah.
the way it was supposed to be. We will
Yeah.
ring the doorbells. Everybody would go, "Oh, look how cute you look," or you talk to the kids. I mean, you'll still see it, like I said, in some neighborhoods, depending on the area. But
Yeah.
for the most part, here you can forget it. It's all through the stores.
Yeah.
And then I think, okay, so we passed Halloween. Now we did Thanksgiving, the meal where you look forward to preparing in a way, but it's hectic because there's a lot of sides and there's the turkey and then there's this and that. And then if you're Italian, which we are, but we don't do it like that anymore. You got the antipasto and all the bread and all that, and then you got the turkey and all the sides, and then you got the pasta and you got the lasagna and you got it's like, all
I'm
right,
getting
things
hungry.
you
Stop.
gotta stop. Now we just, so Thanksgiving is the I think such a busy time, a crazy hectic time to go into the stores to buy the
Oh,
food.
I avoid that.
Uh Hours and hours of preparation, honestly, for a lot of people, a lot of families, cooking, 10 minutes to eat, and then another like hour cleaning up the mess and doing the dishes. And it's one of the most exhausting holidays, especially if you're a meat eater, because again, she took it. Sorry.
You're watching Lily, and then Tangi came downstairs just as we started. So he's been meowing, he's been
I hear him.
so you see me, you know, bending down, you know,
Yeah,
and
this is the life of us having pets.
yeah,
Oh, he
yeah.
stole all my stuff. I can't stop. I said no. She's so cute, but I can't. She's just not listening.
Yeah.
She's not listening. Anyway, um, so I want to know, like, for those who will answer or look at the podcast, what is it that excites you about the holidays? Do
Hmm.
you still get excited? Do you still feel that feeling of, being a child near Christmas time? Do you still go crazy wanting to decorate? I mean, I know I have people in my family decorate in October for Christmas. Or they'll just literally do it right before Thanksgiving, the tree's up, like everything. And I find that to be beautiful too. If I actually had the company coming to my house and I knew I was going to cook, as much as it's a lot of work, I feel if you're going to cook for two people, you could cook for four. If you're going to cook for four, you could cook for eight. If you're going to cook for eight, you could sure as damn hell fucking cook for 20. I just feel you could cook for two. you're cooking the same stuff, but you're just doubling and tripling. Who cares? You
Right.
know, it's all gonna go in one pot. I just feel like I enjoy doing that. You're gonna be tired no matter what,
Right. Right.
but you'll have family, and I love that. And I said, if I knew that I would do the same thing.
Yeah.
I would decorate so everybody could feel Christmassy while they're here, and it's a nice feeling when you could just enjoy it with family or friends or
Yeah.
whoever.
Right.
Not a lot of people have that.
Or take
Not a
pleasure
lot of
in.
people have any of this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sad.
Yeah.
Think about it. Like we sit here and we get upset and we're like, oh, but meanwhile, there's people that don't have nothing. So we are blessed in our own way, hard times or not. We are blessed. I'm blessed I could do this and have that and have that. And there's people that just don't have shit. They have nothing. No
Yeah.
family, no friends, no meal, no job, no nothing.
I see some of the posts people put on social media, and the ones that are really struggling, and especially if there's been a recent loss, over the current year, and it's hard. It changes everything, and so I'm more especially sensitive to that now. The older I get, it's nice to celebrate the holidays. And for me, I coming from a very small family, not really having a lot of festive memories for the most part. And everyone's got family dynamics, but mine was particularly uh, not the most, you know, I'll say festive, use that word lightly. But I've really tried to experience it, the holiday, even especially Christmas, in a more meaningful, personal way.
Yeah.
I'm not particularly religious anymore like I used to be in terms of church and things like that. But I think I've become a little more connected in a I'll use the word spiritual in a very loose way, but that causes me to experience it, in a special way, like what to be grateful for. Like you mentioned Thanksgiving, and we get together. Of course, it's all about the food and all about it just getting together, and we all go into food comas, and for the most part. But what are we grateful for? It's supposed to be Thanksgiving, and we're sharing it with people,
Right.
or even if we're alone. There
Yeah.
have been Thanksgivings I've spent, alone.
Right. Me too. Like alone, by
Yeah,
myself.
yeah,
No husband, no family, like just go. Just
yeah,
go.
yeah,
You might as well enjoy yourself. Don't stay home with me because I'm miserable.
yeah,
And I admit it. I have my own Why do I have to bring anybody else down with me? And then
yeah,
sometimes, they get offended. Oh, but you're my wife, or you're my husband, or you're my. End it. Stop. Stop. Just
yeah,
go. I think you're better off doing it because, yeah. And as much as I used to sit
yeah.
and cry that I'm alone, I needed to be at the same time. There
Mm.
was no, and it's just what you can't you don't listen. Everybody, we always feel like we have to explain every little detail. But if you can't see what that other person is going through, and you know everything or mostly everything, and you can't see it, to me, you're fucked up. I hate to say it, but the truth is, if you can't see it or if you don't know,
Oh, jeez. There he is. Well, again, empathy, and would you relax, please? He's Marion is in the bird room. We have a bird room with a lot of birds, but people. So she's working in there, so he can't find her.
and he's
And
sleeping out.
I'm downstairs. I'm in a different part of the house now. You can see it from a different background. So
Hmm.
he's coming down to me like, "Hey, what's going on here?
Yeah,
What's happening? What about
because
me?"
he knows the
Yeah,
situation is not right.
yeah. So we appreciate everybody being, patient with our little pet companions here. Here he comes.
Yeah, as Lily also took the other one off the chair, and Tommy's in the bedroom and she's by the door having a heart attack, wondering why we're not here
Right.
on the couch, why mommy's sitting at the counter,
Right.
why he's in there. It's like we all have to explain as I sit here and eat a kiss because I need to be a fat ass.
You want to say hello? You're here. You want to say hello? No. Okay.
Tangy,
He's right
Tange,
over there.
you're not going to say hello to Barbie?
If I have, it has to be his idea. If I grab him,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
I'll get pissed off.
yeah.
Hi, Tange.
Oh, there we
Hi
go.
there. Hi. Hi, Mom. Baby. Hi, Tian. Look at the baby. Not you. She comes, she
Yeah,
comes
yeah.
waltzing in. You want to say hi to Tangy? Come here. Give me a
Look,
say hi. Look at the I got a kiss instead, only
right,
because she tastes chocolate.
right,
Look
yeah,
at
yeah.
Tangy. Look at the meow meow. Look at the meow. And he left.
Yeah. Now he's right
See?
over here. He's just out of the frame.
Say hi. Look, look at, you can't have chocolate.
No.
Look at,
What?
look at Tangy. Look. Call her, Chris. Lily.
Lily. Lily. Hi, Lil. Lily Bear.
Look at Tangy.
Lily.
Look at the meow meow.
You want to see your buddy?
Look at meow meow. Look at the meow meow. Look at the meow meow.
Well, people are going to go, all right, enough with the fucking animals already.
Oh, they love puppies and kittens. They don't even like us. So what are
I
you
know.
kidding?
So who are we kidding?
We're doing this for our fucking self and our own sanity.
Right.
Where are the people? Where is everybody
Yeah,
watching
where
us? Come
are
on.
you? You can't abandon me, especially at Christmas time. What's wrong with you?
Oh, don't tell them that because they'll really abandon you now.
I know. Oh my God. But
But yeah, I mean, listen, it's curiosity. I still want to know, like, even though we know personal people that do these things, like, I just want to know, does a lot of people still decorate before the holiday? Do they do it December 1st? Do they wait right before? The well, not normal. The tradition was many, many years ago, nobody decorated before Christmas. They would go out and get a fresh Christmas tree
after
on Christmas Eve.
Christmas Eve,
Christmas Eve was the very, very old traditional way. And I remember my parents and my grandparents telling me, and you'll see
wow.
it in a lot of old movies. Christmas Eve is when people went out and got their Christmas tree and decorated as a family. That's when they used to string the popcorn and they used to use it as garland around the tree and they'd have music playing and they were drinking their wine and it was just a night like I always look back at those movies or I always think about back of what my grandparents told me and I was like really
Wait,
but
what was that? I'm thinking of a cartoon that I watched as a kid. What was it? Where the young boy he was selling Christmas trees, and it was Christmas Eve. People were buying Christmas trees. What the hell was it? And he was down to his last two trees,
uh-huh
and he was basically begging this final customer to buy the last two. Don't just buy one.
right
He didn't have to be there to sell the last tree. You wanted
mm.
what cartoon was that?
Well
Makes me wait. Oh, there used to be a religious cartoon I used to watch on Sunday morning. What was that?
no I'm talking to the audience another kiss
Oh, there we go. Davy and Goliath.
Davy and Goliath
Right. I don't know, Davy. You know,
uh-huh
talking dog for Davy. That
yeah
I think that was it. Anyway, I'm now
I could see that
my mind's really going back. Wow.
I could
Um,
see that.
yeah,
But even when you look back at the movie A Tree Grows in Brooklyn,
yeah.
They decorated, they bought it, and they were poor. They didn't
Yeah,
have much at all.
yeah,
And they got the tree,
yep,
and it was just very sad, but yet beautiful at the same time. And I always look at that movie and I cry because I'm like, that's just amazing.
yeah,
And you see them looking up at the sleeping by the window and looking up at the
yeah,
snowy sky, and you see the street lights, and to me that is so beautiful.
yeah.
And um, I always say somewhere around this world, people, I wonder if they do the same thing.
Mm,
Like, because I believe that was tradition for a lot of families.
hmm.
Do they still believe in doing that? Because a lot of people keep their tree up till Little Christmas, which is
Well,
January 6th or 7th.
well, that's where they. I think typically then there's the holiday of it's technically it's not Three Kings. I get into an argument with my sister-in-law about this, but
Right.
Christ, this is where I get really, really adamant. It's disinformation. They
All right, we
weren't
don't need
kings.
you to.
They were the magi. They go, what? Actually, they were astrologers, but you can't sing "we three astrologers." No, no, it doesn't work. It just, but it's
Right.
a pet peeve of mine. Accuracy, historical accuracy. Like, shut up already. Anyway, but
Don't
anyway,
ruin it for people, Chris. Leave it
I'm,
as the Three Kings,
I
okay?
know. I'm not letting it go. I'm probably boring the shit out of them. They're going, what is he talking about? Who cares? But anyway, sorry. I'm back now. But yeah,
Namaste.
it's the feast of the Epiphany. No, sorry, the Epiphany. It's early January.
Uh-huh.
Um,
That's when they leave the trees up until.
or some
They call it
actually,
Little Christmas.
yeah, or some even leaving up later. I mean,
Oh yeah, I mean, we still we still have people that have decorations in their window from last year.
listen, what's wrong with leaving the tree up till like March? But
Well, at one point you know, I've had a friend too that we put the tree on a dolly, on the dollies that you pull,
yeah,
wrap it up, put it in another room. And I always said that if I had a house with
hmm,
a room, an empty room, that's exactly what I would do.
interesting.
Decorate my tree, leave the lights on and everything, wrap it up, dolly it into the other room, and just pull it out every year. Already done. Unless you want to change your decorations. Other than that,
That must
no.
be pretty amazing if it's a live tree.
It
But yeah, sorry. Rumba. Um,
wasn't that funny.
that's another thing too. Growing up, the earliest recollections were live trees. And
Right.
what a job that was. You're bringing the tree in and you're putting in the thing, cutting the
And the
bottom,
water, and
the
making sure
water
you,
in, and
you
all
water it
that.
all the time, and
You
the
know,
needles will be all
and
over the house.
and the weirdest thing is this was somebody mentioned this on social media talking about decorations when you were a kid, and I got the 10-minute signal here. So and then five, but the Christmas lights that we had growing up were these really clear bulbs, but they used to get so hot
Oh
you would
yeah.
get like a first degree burn if you touch
Uh-huh.
these things. So here we are, with this thing wrapped with atomic powered heat lights, and you got a tree that's getting brown or getting
Yeah.
dry. And it's like,
Yeah.
this is not a good idea. But
What about they had they looked like little candle holders with the little, and it looked like a candle, but it was a light. And you'd hang them around the tree. They were old-fashioned lights. It looked
oh,
like an old candle. And those things they were heavy too. And they used to put them all over the fucking tree. And we were like, but, and you don't even get those decorations anymore. The
no.
decorations, if you look at them back in the day, I miss those. I miss all my parents' deck. I
And
wish I
all
had
remember
them.
the tinsel? The tinsel, the
It
silver
was a
tinsel.
pain in the ass, but it looked so pretty. It really did. My father used to throw it. He used to throw it
Yeah,
behind his head, and we used to fight over it. We want to do it. We
yeah,
want to
yeah.
do it. All right. He'd hand us a handful of tinsel, and we'd be going around. It would look lopsided, and
Oh, and my mom, God rest her soul, she liked to bake, and
yeah,
she would make these gingerbread men about,
yeah,
yay tall, and she'd have raisins for the buttons,
yeah, yeah.
and the eyeballs, and then she'd drill a hole in the forehead, and she'd put a ribbon through the head,
Uh-huh.
and they used to go on the tree,
That's great.
and those things tasted, they were good. They were good tasting,
Yeah.
when they got, but
Uh-huh.
I remember that. Yeah, oh my God. But
You
yeah,
don't hear of these things anymore, you know. Everybody puts up something on TikTok, the new this, the new that. Where's the people that still stick to the old-fashioned traditions? That's what I want to see.
yeah,
That's the people that I want to see what they still remain doing from when they were young or their parents or something. I want to see that trend. I want to see what you still have from back in the day.
yeah.
You know, what ornaments you still have or your parent, whatever you kept as a tradition.
I
That's
still,
what I want to see.
I still had. I think I gave it to my sister-in-law. It was a homemade manger
That's
scene,
pretty.
but it was like the length of this couch. Is like this,
That's
7
beautiful.
foot long. It was huge.
That's beautiful.
Homemade. It had one of those Christmas atomic bulb lights that was fixed into
Yeah.
the area where the manger was, but it had all these beautiful hand painted ceramic figures.
Oh, that's nice.
I still got it scrolled away somewhere. I don't know. I don't use it anymore, but like I said, I think I gave it to my sister-in-law to put up if she could. But it's just like people have train sets. Well, this thing is
Yeah,
like a Lionel train set. It's just gigantic.
that's beautiful.
And it had actually, and there was straw, real like straw that
That's
was
nice.
saved,
Yeah.
in there. But anyway, we're getting down to our warning sign. I know we talked about a lot of different things, but the holidays are upon us, and we have a little more time before the actual Christmas Day is here. But these are things that I think matter to all of us, and a lot of people could have a lot of things to comment on. We hope you would. Um, we're still going to be here
Yeah.
week after week after week. No.
Maybe.
But I'm enjoying it. I do enjoy this
Depends.
very, very much that we can, share what we share and talk, express so many things, and people hopefully would enjoy it as well. So
Exactly. So
I
on
guess
that note, leave us
I,
some feedback.
yes, yes. I don't have the music, and the
We don't
wonderful
need it.
songs tonight, but
People don't want to see you do the overman, the white man overbite.
yeah, I
We
can't do it. I
don't
need
want
the
to see
music.
you.
I just I can't. I'm not feeling it. I have to have. But maybe next
No. Well,
time.
right now I'm rocking around the Christmas tree. So you can't hear it, but I could hear it. So,
Bravo. So,
but
all right.
seriously, if you do pay attention and you do hear this, let us know. Get
Yes,
involved. Let us know if you have any traditions or you keeping the traditions or you started
that'd
new
be
ones.
great.
We appreciate you, tuning
Absolutely.
in. We
Yes.
appreciate you sharing and liking and subscribing if you do. And again, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Keep it healthy,
Yes.
joyous,
We're a month
prosperous.
out, but we're gonna send out the greetings
It
now.
doesn't matter. This is December. Everybody,
Yeah.
we will still continue to say Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays and
And you know
Happy New Year
what? You've
throughout the whole
inspired me
month.
so much. I'm gonna keep saying these things even into June. Why not?
Me too. Fuck it. Happy Easter. Happy Easter.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. All right.
Bye,
Thank you,
guys. Thank
everybody.
you.
All right. Good night.
Good night.